o'er the border shore. Alleluia.
There were actually instances where both sides of the Western Front, on both sides of no man's land, were singing the same hymn or carol, but in different languages.
You have been told you have to come here, and those people you're facing are your enemies, and you have to kill them. But really, all those young boys, they were not made to kill each other. They were afraid of each other.
I am entrenched 6 feet down into the earth, alive and armed with a gun, in my own grave. But likely not for long, I think, as my knees quiver below me and I tell myself to be brave. Each breath of air I take shakes me to my core. It's thick with smoke, chlorine, and gas, stained by the sins of war. Through the thick haze, I peek from my entrenched grave and gaze at dead bodies who followed orders from their authority and now have become part of the arena of carnage, marked by no man's territory. (1914) December 24th. My prayers for a moment of peace were met due to a suggestion of a hiatus from the Pope, and left me with a feeling of hope. For a moment, I allowed myself to imagine a reality where the ceasefire became an actuality, and we all just decided to not pick up our guns that lay on the ground, that we could return home from this duty, that we were bound.
The biggest problem with a truce of this kind was that if the guys got used to the idea of not fighting, how on earth are you going to make them go back and start doing it again? It's a very real danger. If it spreads, there's a huge amount of men there who, once they've got a taste for the fact, well, actually, we don't really need to fight after all.
In front of my own eyes, that suddenly people who kill each other, and we're going to kill them again when the day is over, still are able to sit together and talk to each other.
I will never forget the immense joy I felt that Christmas. It was the best day since I was drafted, as it seemed a miracle had happened. For a moment, we looked at the men who stood across from us as brothers. They were not the enemy, but rather reflections of ourselves, as we had discovered. Humanity won on that day. However, only 24 hours this truce lasted. It was only a delay, as the blind, relentless killing ensued the very next day.